There we go.
All right, Messia is live inside the Dana Cortez show. Welcome, man.
Welcome.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm great.
You like that Ric Flair thing, didn't you?
Yeah. I said it's like a nice little icebreaker, and then just now we're right at home. Or
it's kind of the way the show goes. It's wild. It's a little crazy.
Perfect. I love wild. Crazy.
You're making the rounds.
Yes.
But you're relatively new, especially in the hip hop and R&B world, which is the game we play here.
Actually the Anglo side, because I'm known to be the pioneer of land trap. So
Say it again.
To the pioneer of land trap. So like a lot of people probably know me now with like all of this Pum Pum stuff going on, but I'm pretty not new to the rounds. It's new to the rounds now and speaking more English and like doing the Anglo thing.
Wait, but do people freak out? Like, ay, hablas inglés. You speak English? Do they freak out a little bit?
Sometimes I think I freak out more because I feel that I wouldn't say my English is chopped, but I don't think it's the perfect grammar English, and then my New York accent is very, very hard. But I just feel like
damn thick, dude.
I just feel like in Spanish, ya yo he hecho tanta entrevista en español that if I were to do an interview in Spanish, I don't like, I'm chilling. But like in English, sometimes I'm like, oh man,
you get a little nervous.
Yeah, there's some words that are probably gonna not pronounce right, but compared to other guys in my genre, my English is perfect.
Well, you're Dominicano, right?
Sí, señora.
Okay, so you moved to the States. How old were you when you moved to the States?
4 years before my second birthday.
Oh, so you don't even remember nothing.
My mom tells me that at that time, yo ni pagué vuelo. Like now, like kids have to pay, but at that time, like in 1990, I didn't even have to pay for a flight. She said, you came right on my lap for free.
You didn't have to pay anything?
Nothing.
And you grew up in New York, Harlem?
I grew up in Harlem, yes, ma'am.
So, we're talking about this, and you're talking about growing up in New York. What was your biggest influences? You're doing Latin trap.
Mm-hmm.
What influenced you, though, as an artist growing up?
I mean, to be an artist, period, my dad. 100% my dad. I come from a line of musicians in my family. My dad was a singer-songwriter. My uncles would play the acoustic guitars. One of my uncles would play the accordion. And like my uncles, when they would meet up, to like sing. Like one uncle would whip out an acoustic guitar. My dad would start singing Jose songs, Sandro songs, Rafael songs. So that's what gave me the love for music within itself. Now, growing up in New York City, and like when I was growing up and I started the love for hip hop, that's when like the G-Unit mixtape era was out, and there was this guy like. We didn't even have to go looking for them. Like, there was this dude that would come in a tricycle. Anyone from New York or Jersey knows this guy named Shy Movies, who used to come selling bootleg movies, but will also come selling the mixtapes. So it's like you just have to wait for him
in
front of your stoop. Yeah, you wait for him in front of your stoop, y de eso de como de 5 a 6 de la tarde, él pasaba through all the blocks. Like, he would literally go 134 on Broadway, 135th on Broadway.
Would there be a line of people waiting for him?
Not necessarily a line of people waiting for him, but like he would go through all the blocks. Like, I don't know how you call it. See, like he'll pass to this avenue, then he'll go to the next avenue.
But that's like our paletero man here.
Kind of.
I swear to God.
Kind of. Exactly. Muy parecido. Un carro muy parecido a eso. Instead of paletas, he just had it full of CDs in the back.
Hot DVDs.
So
with the great 5 for 20 deal.
Exactly.
I know the 5 for 20.
Oh, you know.
Because that's like 50 Cent, like that era of mixtapes, like Beg for Mercy. That's like classic 50 Cent, which ended up kicking off the next spree of mixtape era.
Exactly. That's why I still do the mixtapes. I still haven't released like a album, even though I had one that did very well, was #1 for a week on iTunes. But that was a mixtape that ended up being an album because it had like at least 12 songs that were original songs. So we just ended up taking the original songs and putting it as like a LP, if you will, on iTunes. And then that was very successful. But like an actual album, I still haven't.
But I think about the mixtape, and to me today, the mixtape is an album. It's got to be 100%. Quality for people to want it. Is that how you work on your mixtapes?
Yeah, for sure. Just, and like that, like when I say I'm gonna throw out a mixtape, I mean like a mixtape para regalárselo a mis fans, to put it like on SoundCloud. But it takes a whole bunch of effort. Like I'm doing each body of song just like I would do an album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're not rhyming over other people's beats.
I do. Like that's what I said. Like let's say last one had, let's say, 18 songs. I had at least 12, 13 songs that were original, and then I'll have a remix of this song and then a remix of that song. But for the most part, is a body of work, and to me, I dedicate my time to it just like I would be doing anything. Just like this Pum Pum single, I'll do it with a mix. I'll do anything that I'm gonna put out there for you guys to hear and you guys to critique and comment about. I want to make sure that at least I gave it my best, and then if If people don't like it, people have whatever they have to say, at least I know that I tried my best.
So you talked about, G-Unit in hip-hop. Like, how do you feel about trap and hip-hop? It's kind of merging right now. We feel this throughout the country. I feel
100%.
This movement. There's so many Latinos now in America. We're the fastest growing demographic.
We used to be the minorities. Now we're the majority.
I even wonder at that. I'm like, we just been hiding really well.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, at first, it's amazing that this is going on with all like the land trap being so big now, even like in the Anglo market. Because at first, I felt like Latinos was trying to do the crossover to the American market. And now it seems like the American market is doing the crossover.
You got Aoki, you got Drake,
everybody.
All these people.
Don't even start mentioning people because we will be here for hours.
No,
everyone is doing it.
You got to tell me who's hit you up.
I mean, look, the Cab G. I did the Spanish remix of Bodak Yellow. Cardi B had the number one.
That's when I found out who you were.
Cardi B had the #1 record out in the country, and she did the Spanish remix of her song with me.
Well, that's been like 7 or 8 months, right?
Yeah.
That you were in the studio with Cardi B.
Yes.
That long ago. When did you find out about Cardi B? Because she's from New York, you.
I know Cardi B before we was artists. We know me and Cardi B been seeing each other in 158 in Broadway before. She even dreamed of being anything before I even dreamed of being anything.
I got to tell you right now, she blocked me on Instagram.
No way.
I swear.
Oh, man. Por algo fue.
Well,
you're right.
First of all,
that's the one that came up to me and was like, man, see how you blocked me. I don't block nobody. But if I block you, it's for a reason.
Let me explain. Déjame decirte. So, I'm a huge fan of Cardi B, right? And I got to sit down with Offset the day after he proposed to her.
All right.
And the first question out the gate was, yo, so this happened. I wanted to know. The fans were asking me, like, how did it go? And he's like, it was piped up. Of course, he describes an engagement as piped up. I don't know what that's all about. So that goes viral. Everybody starts sharing. They walk out on the interview, like, nobody's happy with a question. I'm like, whatever. We put it out. It goes viral. Then he goes to play. He's my husband. This is my husband. He goes to play Super Bowl weekend. He comes back and he's like, yo, Cardi was at Maxim and she's not drinking. She got a little belly going. She was just eating back. I'm like, she's probably pregnant. And then there's all these rumors. So I threw it up. She's probably pregnant. All of a sudden, she blocked me. So I'm like, you got to know.
I don't think that was our reason, but hey,
that's the only thing I've ever done.
That look on his face just said, you're on your own.
I'll hit her up. I'll be like, hey, Cardi, you need to unblock Dana. Come on.
Her team or I don't know, but you can say, yo, Dana Cortez, she's cool.
Yeah, I'm going to tell her.
She loves her. Like, loves her.
Dude, you need to call her right now.
For sure.
Call her right now. Everybody's like, call her. Seriously. What's she like working with her? She seems like such a genuine person. She seems like so unfiltered.
Yeah, she is. She has no filter. She as you see her on TV, that's not an act. She's not
really
putting that. Ella así misma. That's why I think she's so successful, because in this music, you have a lot of people that want to hide who they are,
right,
or want to fit in. She does not care. You understand that she came into the music business being a person who couldn't really care about what people say, because when you out there and you're a dancer, you know what I'm saying?
You're hustling.
You're hustling. So she came into the game with this hustle mentality, like, you guys are gonna make fun of me? Like, I'm rich. I'm doing this. I'm successful. I'm breaking records out here. Literally breaking records. So it's like, but working with her was dope. It was like, I'm seeing her in the blogs. I would see her when she was a stripper in the clubs, and now like we're past that. Now we're like in the studio, and now we're doing music. You're #1 on the Billboard charts, and I'm here with you.
And you used to strip, girl.
So you actually saw her strip?
Of course.
Was she any good?
Everyone in New York has seen Cardi B.
Was she
strip.
good though? Was she a good show?
If you was in the strip club, if you went to a strip club 4 years ago, you saw Cardi B. That's like right now, Jessica, one of the strippers right now from Starless, and she becomes an artist tomorrow. If you was in Starless last week, you saw Jessica stripping. That's like nothing in New York.
Was she a good dancer?
Of course, she's a good entertainer. Yeah. She was working in the best strip clubs. Those strip clubs don't just have like any regular girls working. She was.
So you got a cover to get into where Cardi B was stripping. It wasn't no free club.
Yeah. Cardi B was definitely doing her thing. But anyway, scratch that.
You're
talking about
red.
music.
No, you're turning red.
Huh?
Why are you turning red? You're talking about Cardi B dancing. All of a sudden you turned a little.
I always siempre me pongo, y más cuando estoy medio caliente, pero.
Little excited.
Yeah, but nah, definitely.
Well, what about you? You just said she's unfiltered. Like, do you feel like you have to filter yourself a little bit? Do you ever want to say something and you hold back?
Oh, man, people know that about me. I'll see you and pull you to the side in 0.3 seconds. You said this about me? Okay, just making sure, because I heard somebody told me. And actually, it's been a flaw that I've had And I actually had to not be like that. Actually, my manager told me you got to play the politics of music. Music is a very hypocritical game where you have to take pictures with people that you know don't like you. But what are you going to do? You're going to shut doors? Or these people, they like that. They'll be like, oh, I don't like that. Hey, Dana, mi amor, ¿cómo tú estás? And it's like, what are you going to do? Just close that door or just be like, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? As long as you don't talk about me in front of me or disrespect me as a person, as a human in front of me, it's okay. What's up, man? I heard you said a lot of things about me, but what's up? How are you? And it's just the mentality. But coming from New York, coming from that, yo, you said something about me, I'm going to go to your block and see you. I was kind of bringing that to the music business. And at first it was, it doesn't work. It doesn't work in the music business. There's really no one that you can actually prove yourself that, yo, if you talk about me, I'm going to see you and I'm going to let you know that I'm a man. It's like, there's no one that you actually proving yourself. Eso es para la calle. Ya, gracias a Dios, yo dejé la calle hace mucho. Yo, mi música, mi familia y mi carrera es lo más importante
it's about
para mí
you,
ahora.
Your family.
And my career.
Your career.
100%.
And that's foremost. You see the 6ix9ine drama. He's from New York.
Yeah,
I know you turned your face like that.
Yeah.
That guy doesn't have a filter, do he?
And I like him a lot. How well
do you know him?
I don't know him. I never met him. I just like him as an artist since he came out with the song
Gummo.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. It's a good song.
I was actually going to say the first few lines and I'm like, wait.
No, you can say it. You can say whatever you want.
Nah, you can't say the first couple lines of Gummo. Yeah, he can't say. Nobody in this room can say the first couple lines of Gummo.
It's back to back. Like,
yeah. Two hard ones too, so you can't.
We just talked about being
on film. Like, yo, I'll call myself. But
where are you at with 6ix9ine saying he's the king of New York?
Yeah, he said he's the king, bro.
I mean, because I don't say I'm the king of New York. I'm the king of land trap. So you could be the king of New York A1 basketball team. You could be the king of New York subway system. You could be the king of New York, whatever. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. As long as he won't say that, oh, I'm the king of New York. Forget this guy, like nobody's saying nothing about me. I don't care, man.
Would you work with him?
Of course. I actually told my manager to reach out to him so we could do something dope for New York.
So you've been following that. I mean, that's kind of, you don't mind the controversy with the whole idea.
His controversy has nothing to do with me. He's not saying nothing to me. He's not saying nothing that's ¿cómo te puedo decir? Actually, I just seen a video right now. He was in DR giving kids $100 bills each. I respect you, 6ix9ine, because when I go to DR and I would change singles to give the kids, the people out there would tell me, yo, you're bugging out. Si tú te dejas llevar de eso, you're going to be giving money out every day. And I didn't care. I was like, yo, at the end of the day, like, this means nothing to me.
That's right.
I'm probably going to go and spend this money on liquor that I'm going to wake up the next
day.
I'm going to wake up the next day with a hangover and feeling like, oh, man. So, ¿qué me cuesta a mí cambiar $100 and repartírselo a los niños? He was out there dando de $100. $100
That's
bills
crazy,
to this kid,
man.
$100 bills to that kid.
I mean, you'd think I'm being silly, but that can really change somebody's life because of the way they
Especially
think.
in DR.
In DR, a grown-ass man gets a salary of $300 a month. Now, you just gave a kid $100 that he's going to go back to his mom, and his mom is going to go do a compra for that, probably for like the whole month.
That's crazy.
Of course, he changed somebody's month and probably somebody's life because that kid is going to remember that, yo, había un rapero con Rainbow Hair que vino de Nueva York y nos estaba dando dinero. So, of course, that's something that those kids is going to, they probably don't even know his music, but just for that, in DR, now everyone is knowing who 6ix9ine is because it was reposted by like all the Dominican blogs out there.
So you know, cool. In New York, that. Latinos, they've been on hip-hop all over the country, really.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel recently, with the political environment, there's been a lot of disrespect towards Latinos, and it seems to have been accepted, especially my people, Mexicanos. I'm Mexican. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that, about the way that certain people in the country, in the industry, even talk about Latinos in general? There's a certain derogatory feeling.
I think the thing is that a lot of people are getting away with it, and it has to do with this guy that we have, so-called the president of the United States, because he's not my president. He's the president of the United States, but I don't consider him my president. But he gets away with a lot of things he said. So if you have the president getting away with racist remarks and saying these things, then was an actor in Hollywood or the next person or this one, like, hey, Donald Trump started it, or blame him. So I feel like he has a lot to be blamed for, because I think like all of this racial stuff and all of these like controversies that are popping up now have been really having a light shine upon them after he was president, because Obama was trying to fix a lot of things. I went to Cuba and did that video with Yandel in Cuba.
Yeah.
And over there, like now everything is like on a like is an awkward state over there. It's an awkward feeling because now like all the things that Obama was trying to fix is like now on a standstill. So it's like
it's closed again. Everything that was trying to move forward and progress.
So everything that was, and Cuba's a beautiful country. It's amazing.
Beautiful
everything over there. Beautiful people. They're the most kindest people. So like welcoming. Te tratan increíble. And it's like, it's unfair to a lot of them. And it was actually, they was getting some change. And now this guy comes along and is like, thanks a lot, Donald Trump. But honestly, I have so much things to say about Donald Trump that yo ni la quiero decir. Si yo no dije the first 3 lines of Gummo without thinking about the repercussions, I would listen, man. But yeah, I think it's his fault. And I say that because nobody will ever say nothing about me. Yo, te lo juro que I'll be waiting for somebody. Call me arrogant, call me ignorant. I'll be waiting for somebody to ever come to these one of the towns and somebody ever say something funny about me or try to make all the smoke 100%.
Well, that's how
always
I feel,
been.
though. I understand, like I'm getting like worked up because it makes me angry for people to talk about us like that. It makes me angry because it's not true. And then what happens is that people believe it, and then these lies start to spread. And then I don't know if it was Trump though. I will tell you, we watched a Chappelle special recently. He said, sometimes things are already there, and you need someone like that to come forward to
he
pull
made it
all
okay
those
for everybody to go on their Facebook and say what they really feel like.
They were already there. Now they're just exposed.
I guess that makes sense too because having to deal with an issue like Donald Trump only makes us come closer and be stronger. You know what I'm saying, and help each other out. And then there's sometimes even racism amongst Latinos. Eso es increíble para mí. Like, how can we be racist? We've been deprived from so much. We've been like restrained from so much, and we're gonna be like that against each other. Like that makes no sense.
So yesterday we're walking, and we were just talking. And I was like, why is there racism within just the Latin culture? Because I'm like, there's the Puerto Ricans don't like Mexicans, Mexicans don't like Cubans. Like why? I don't even get it.
Or
like
within families, él es, es prieto y esta güerita.
Oh man, I was gonna say that right now. It was mind-boggling how it's some Latinos that are like light-skinned Cubans, light-skinned Dominicans, light-skinned Puerto Ricans don't like dark-skinned Puerto Ricans. Yeah, don't like the Afro-Latinos. Be their same race, and I'll be like, oh, what was that about? Well, that made no sense.
Because I was just telling your man's back there. I used to live in Jersey. So when I was going to school in Patterson, my roommate at the time, he was Dominican. He invited me over to his house so that we're getting ready to go over to the house, whatever. Come to find out, he didn't know I didn't speak Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. So I told him, I was like, yo, bro, I don't speak Spanish. He just stops. He goes, yo, my dad won't let you in the house. Yeah, he just said, he's like, if you don't speak Spanish and you're Latino, my dad won't let you in the house.
There's a lot of people that feel like you're not down for
the
culture, for real.
The thing is that, I'm not going to lie, there's a lot of people that look at those Latinos. Like, I know in New York, like, those New Yorkers or that don't know no Spanish, we'd be like, oh, you're Puerto Rican and you don't know no Spanish. Like, somewhere along the line, you have to at least pick up on some words because I know one thing that Dominicans are very big on that. Like, I know Dominicans that speak perfect English and have to at least know how to communicate with their mom.
With their mom or dad or something.
At least.
A lot of that, for us and for where he grew up in New Mexico, where I grew up in the South, our parents were taught not to speak it. It was beaten out of them. They were told that wasn't good. You have to assimilate, you have to give up your culture. And they want our culture, but they don't want our people. So now we're proud. I taught myself Spanish, so I think that what you just said is important. We got to lift each other up or nobody gets out. If you keep pulling each other down, you never get out. And that crabs in a bucket mentality has got to go. You got a new song.
Oh, man.
Tell me about it because it's so hot. We saw the video. It's
so how did you link up with Playing Skills?
Playing Skills, I just did a deal with Latium and Atlantic Records. Shout out Charles Chavez.
Charles Chavez, Lord.
When you mentioned
there's a story.
when you mentioned that, it's crazy because Charles had told me that his grandmother was like that with them too. She would make them speak English.
Don't you dare
speak English, so no one will look at you any different. You're un americano, te nació aquí. But thanks to him, man, it's been going great ever since. And my boy Darby back there, man, I linked up with Playing Skills because Playing Skills is they're with Charles as well.
That's right.
And like I said, I just felt like I had grown out of New York. I worked with everyone over there, and I just wanted to try out new vibes. And we went to LA. It was my first time doing music in LA, and just working with those guys, man. I'm working with 2 guys that have 2 Grammys.
Right.
And did one of the biggest songs in hip hop, Right and Dirty, ever till to this day. And it's like, I'm in the studio with these guys, and it's just like so cool, so humble, and they're
both really good people.
They're the best people.
They play no games with music.
And they're fucking good.
They play no games with music. Like, they would make me go in. Like, back then, maybe it is because I don't like yes men around me. Maybe I had a lot of yes men in New York. People would be like, sounds great. They don't tell you that. Yo, Messia.
Play ain't gonna let that ride.
Play is the one. Skills is the smoothest cat in America.
Yeah.
Skills is like so. You gotta like take the words out of it.
Yeah.
But Play be like, yo, bro, I hate it.
Gotta do it again.
Gotta do it again.
Do it again, bro.
And that brings out the best in you. At first, coming from like nobody can tell me what to do. I'm Messia. That's it. No, man, I needed that. And these records came out so organic. I'm known in New York as like one of the kings of the Latin remixes. So this was with this song, I had the first time to actually do a rendition to a song that was going to be a remix, a remake, if you will, but it was going to be my single. It was not going to be like when I did the Hotline Bling or I did Yeah Okay. Those were all songs that were very successful for me in the club scenes.
Right.
But I didn't make no money from those songs. I made a lot of show money, I can't lie.
Yeah, but the thing is that putting yourself out there, that's how you get it. That's how you get it.
But this was the first time for me to actually do a remix, but it was going to be my song. We had the clearance from El General himself. And the song came out amazing. Came out so like dude. Second nature. And as soon as I heard the first three seconds of the verse, the bling, 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 it took me back to General. I thought of General. I was like, you know how many demographics we're going to touch of people who remember the song when it first came out. Like, I remember going to the club when that song came out.
Exactly.
People hearing, I remember when my mom used to play it, limpiando la casa.
But to a lot of people, this is new. 100%. To us, it's not. Yeah, he's like, what is this?
Yeah, I was like, yo, what's this, bro?
You know, he's like,
El General.
You know how I know you're gonna go above and beyond? Because you said you need someone to tell you when it's not right. Mm-hmm. You don't know everything. Mm-hmm. The one thing I've learned is that I don't know everything. Mm-hmm. And I know that. I used to think, I know it all. I know it all. Man, once I figured out, it's always better to learn, to move yourself ahead, to try to get better at every single thing, to change. That's how you know you're going to make it.
Thank you so much.
So congratulations on your single. I'm excited.
We need you to intro the new song.
I want to ask him one more thing.
Okay.
Because I don't ever see nobody ask you this, and every time they ask you about your hip hop influences, you say Jay-Z, which is cool. Do you have a top 5 hip hop artists only?
That's good.
Top 5.
Who's in your personal top 5?
All right. Top 5, I would say Biggie. Rest in peace to him.
Yes.
Jay-Z.
Yes.
50 Cent.
It's hard.
Jadakiss.
This dude really is New York.
I gotta say Jadakiss.
Jadakiss is so underrated. Like,
no,
west
I love
of the Mississippi.
Yeah.
Bro, the greatest lyricists say that Jadakiss is one of their favorites.
Yeah, no,
and Nas.
I thought we were gonna get a Lloyd Banks in there, but
y'all top 5. What's your top 5? You're from the West, so I'm sure.
Oh, my top 5. But I'm a
West guy.
Jay-Z. No, I'm a Jay-Z, Joe Budden, Pusha T, Kanye West, Kendrick Lamar. Okay, so that's me.
Otto's top 5.
Okay. Mine changes every week.
You can give a top 5.
I mean, okay, Jay, Nas, Andre 3000.
That's good. Yeah.
Who else would like? Who else do I like this week? I mean, Big. I always like Big, and then I'll have to give one West Coast guy. I'm gonna go with Kendrick.
Yeah.
You ready? You remember? You're in Texas, right?
Yeah.
There's a Texas girl, so ask her for a top 5. Check this out.
What's your top 5?
I have to do the group UGK. I can't just say they're one of. You don't even know who UGK is.
Bun B and
Bun B.
We were talking about them yesterday.
Pimp C. Okay, so when Jay put them on Big Pimpin', you don't even know. I thought everybody knew UGK, and I didn't understand that. So Tupac, definitely. Kendrick. I'm gonna say Drake, and I don't care what y'all say.
Hey, it's your opinion.
You know what? I think I should have. Drake is definitely in my top 10.
I gotta say.
Without even realizing, I was sitting there and I was like, I know every single Drake album, and I didn't even know. Like, I didn't notice.
Y'all from down here and y'all don't like Scarface?
Of course. Scarface used to live in our building.
Yeah. We used to live next door to him.
Scarface is, my manager loves Scarface. I'll be like, yo, Scarface is one of the best rappers in the South.
Scarface.
My mom used to let me listen to Ghetto Boys when I was little. We used to drive around and I would listen to Ghetto Boys.
Bad parenting.
Yes.
Let's see, last one, bro. Would you ever consider, a lot of artists are considering making Spanish-only albums. Yes. Would you go the opposite way, and would we get an English-only album?
Of course, definitely.
That's on the plate, too, because I'm here for these bars. It's just, when you go in Spanish, I don't know.
For sure. I have a lot of Anglo records right now.
I think that's where it's going. Like, I just hear you. I hear what you're talking about. I hear who influenced you. Everybody that influenced you influenced us. There's no difference. And the biggest growing demographic in this country are Latinos who speak English. It's just a natural progression.
We the millennials.
Well, y'all are.
I say that. I say my music is very successful because I tapped into those millennials that son de Ecuador, son de Mexico, son de Colombia, but are just like me, you know? Like, we're raised here and we speak English. And we like Migos, we like trap, we like hip-hop, and here I came and open up a door where people could do the same thing that we're already listening to in English, just in Spanish. And that's why
it really is the same thing. It's it's beyond. It's a mesh of both cultures, and it's a beautiful thing. 100%. Messia, introduce your single now.
Toda la gente de San Antonio, everyone that's listening right now, is your boy Messia. This is my new single, Pum Pum, featuring Playing Skills and my boy Cap G. Ay.
That's it, y'all. Let's go.